That's great. Now I understand more about your university.
Yes.
And
It's
everyone.
not only about rich people, or it's not only about luxury education. It's also about creating a very positive community, society, and then
we really need that kind of facilities in the university in Myanmar, because we want the people to feel they just have to study and learn. If they want the education, proper education, they can get it. And on top of that, we add the values for the facilities and those kind of libraries, canteens, and those kind of things. So it is really great mission. And
yes.
yeah.
And then the university, the management of the university, and I myself do believe that every business needs to have three different values. One value is for people value, of course, but because of the university, the people, the students, they need to have the best value, having the quality of education. And then my team members, they need to have a lot of lifelong learning opportunities, and then they can have income so that they can support their family back.
Yes.
And then I also believe that we also need to create how to call business value. Because of the university, the business also need to make money, so that we can create that kind of opportunity, like providing a positive contribution for my society, doing donations, and building schools for the orphanage or stuff like that. And then another thing is that we Myanmar Imperial University also believes that we also need to create the societal value too, the value for the society. What can we do for the society? There should be some meaning and some value. So with that purpose, the university, we are very much committed into creating positive contribution and creating a lot of opportunity for the society that we love. So creating societal value is one of the values that we value the most.
That's great. So let me move to another topic. It's about the success. Okay. So every young people, they crave the success, but they have very different definitions and perspective on the success. For some people, they feel like, oh, okay, having a lot of money is my success. For some people, having this certificate, that degrees is my success. So like there are a lot. So what does the success look like for you? What is your definition of the success in your life?
My definition of success is a dream. Success is also a responsibility. Success is also a commitment. And success is all about doing the right judgment, what to do next and what not to do next. And the last parts of success is something that we can share with the others. So success is a very long journey, and then it's a very, very long commitment and a huge responsibility. So for me, success is a responsibility and a happiness.
I see. So for the success as well, so you are also providing the educational service, since you are also a teacher in your university. So, a lot of young people, they feel like, okay, I can quick win. I can quick fix the things. I can go to that seminar for the 1 day, 2 day boot camp, and then I'll become, that certificate, and I'm become successful. They feel like that. So what is your perspective on this thing, short term and long term?
There is no quick recipe for success. As I mentioned before, success is a very, very huge commitment, and it's a very long journey. So there is no quick fix. So, but having a success, sometimes people thought that, they see and they inspire a lot of successful people, and they thought that, wow, their life are cool. But in reality, it is not like that. They sacrifice a lot, and then they did all the hard work, and they have done all the things that they want to do, and then they have done all the things that they don't want to do, because it is very much needed to be done. So there's several sacrifices behind the story of the success. My suggestions for the young generations, the next generation, is that if you really would like to become a very, very successful person, try to sit down and then try to see yourself where you want to be in the next 10 years, and then who do you inspire the most? What is the life story of their life And where's the behind the scenes activities that they have done so far? Where are the sacrifices that they have done? What kind of time management that they have been doing and that they have been spending the time? So my recommendations and my suggestion is try to see who you are, who you really are. Try to listen to the inner side of you and then use your hard work. Hard work is the only talent that we have had since we were born. So yes.
Self-awareness is very important. Yes, you have to aware yourself.
Yes, because I become to realize that most of the time, some of the young people and some of the people, they try to inspire, they do inspire the other people. So they don't think about themselves. They just would like to become another person.
Another person.
I don't want the people that I love to become that kind of person. I just want them to understand who they are, what they are capable of, and then try to believe in themselves and create the right version of success for their life, not the right version of the success for the others. Don't try to copy and then paste in our own life. We have our own terms and definitions. So,
yes. So you can become the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Not the other version, not the other people's version.
Because people are different, we all are unique, and then my capabilities and your capabilities are different. It doesn't mean that I am better or you are better. It just means that we just need to realize who we are and then try to have valuable moments and valuable thoughts and positive thinkings to be surrounded by us.
Yes. So in order to become the successful person, people think that there are a lot of support they need because all the news feed everywhere, I see a lot about the excuse and complaints most of the time. Oh, you'll become this one because you born rich. You became that one because you educated, you studied abroad. I have no chance like this. So like a lot of complaints and excuse I've read over and over again. So what kind of support you need the most, to become successful in the journey?
The saddest things for me to say is that people are killing their dreams and that their potentials of success with their own excuses.
Own excuses,
So,
yes.
Yes. I never expect support from the others because the others, they don't have the commitment to support me in life. They have their own life.
Yes.
So me, myself, I have my own commitment to support to become who I am today. So we need to be very independent, and then instead of asking and expecting the support from the others, we better explore what kind of support we can do for ourselves and what kind of hard work that we can do for ourselves. So I think we are the one who can we rely on and we can trust on to make sure that our dreams come true. So don't expect any support or encouragement from the others because they don't have any commitment to give you support. So be realistic, it is life. Life is not fair and we have to face the reality if you would like to make your dreams come into the reality. So don't go far away from the reality.
Yes.
So don't dream. What I mean is not dream. You can't dream about giving people all the support that you need. Having success is not that easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So along with your success and the people's attention, the public people attention. So when you get bold movement and bold claims and those kind of things, and the people start realize you. At the same time, people start criticize you, for what you have built and what is your background and those kind of things. So how did you handle those kind of criticism?
Oh, criticism and the judgments
Yes.
are the energy that I have to make the energy that I have for my dreams too, because whenever I heard the judgment from people and whenever people told me that, oh, you are not capable of doing this, stop one thing at a time, or you are just women, stuff like that. Whenever I heard that kind of criticism, my blood, they start boiling, and then I am very much excited to show them and then prove them that, see, I am capable of doing this. So whenever I heard judgment and criticism, it gives me power and gives me energy. So I love judgment and criticisms, and I feel very, very thankful for the people who have been and who are giving me that kind of judgment and criticism because they created me who I am from their own perspective too. So I also, once I have that kind of they judge me and then they criticize me so that I prove them. So it's mean that they also support me to become who I am today. So
See. So
thank you.
I think it is the case. You know, a lot of people said that mentioned you have heard that before. So like, oh, you got the degrees from your own university. So that what is this? You got your own degree, so you get easy for that. Nobody's gonna fail you. As people think something like that.
Yes.
So like, so when you mentioned about this, I you know, I know that you, that's why like you are doing for the Oxford things,
Yes.
those education, and you
Yes.
prove that, you know, you prove them wrong. I'm capable of doing this
Yes.
kind of education things.
Sometimes life is a journey, and then along the journey, we have to prove what we are capable of to the society. Sometimes we need to prove what we are capable of to ourselves too. So, like you mentioned, I graduated with multimedia arts from Middlesex University. After that, I studied MBA program with my own university,
Yes.
and then after that, I become to realize people are judging me because I am studying at my own university and I have a very good grade. So I decided, so I applied for Oxford University and then I studied at Oxford for like 1.5 years, and then I even got the highest mark for strategic leaders module. So I proved myself and to the society that I am capable of more than they think I am. So that with that kind of proof, and then we become to realize who we are, what the inner part of me is saying, what inner part of me is craving. So sometimes you need to stop listening to what the others are saying, but if you think that what they are saying can create positive things for your life, why don't you grab it and then use for your life for the positive things? So yeah.
Yes. Because you know, a lot of young people, they feel like that the number one reason, I think like number one reason that stops them, you know, to do what they want to do, it's the third party voice, the other people's voice. Oh, they will criticize me, they will judge me. I scare for that.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
What the people do in leadership and organizational behavior. When you study about business, we need to understand the human behavior. Sometimes human, they behave just like that. It doesn't mean that they hate you or they don't like you or stuff like that. They are behaving just like a human. So we need to understand that kind of philosophy too. And my recommendations, and then my best advice for the next generation is, why are you bothering? What I mean is that why are you bothering listening to the others? Why don't you listen to yourself?
Inner
And then,
voice.
yes, that's it. So the focus and the attention that we pay is very important. So around like 20 years or 30 years old, we only need to pay attention to ourselves and then our future and our dreams too, not the others are saying or not the futures of the others. So don't get confused. So start focusing in yourself for your life. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So let's talk about the money conversation. So about your university, you know, the education service actually in Myanmar, I would like to know more about the market demands and supply and those kind of stuff. So how is the market in here?
When I started Myanmar Imperial University around like 2004 and 5, to be honest, the demand is not there. People, they just would like to go abroad for their further studies.
See.
They would like to go to England or they would like to go to Singapore or Thailand or something like that. Starting from 2010, the demands being shifted, and then they tend to focus much more on studying in local for international qualification. But the demand is not there yet. But around 2015 to 2018, the demand become increased significantly, and then the parents, they started to realize about the right investment in their children's educations, and the next generation themselves become to realize that education can give them a lot of good supports and contribution for their success and further career. So starting from 2018, people are willing to invest in education. So yeah.
Oh, I see. So the market is increasing.
Yeah, the market is increasing very much.
Very much. Okay, I see. So I heard that MIU is the very first private university in Myanmar. So what a bold movement. So how does it feel to being the number one? You know, the people are seeing you, so looking you. So how does it feeling like being the number one in the market?
It's a huge responsibility. and then it's a huge contribution too. And I started to realize that the young generation, they tend to pay attention to my life too. So it's a huge responsibility for me, and then I need to behave very well. So whenever I speak, whenever I behave, whenever I wear Burmese attire or stuff like that, the responsibility is there because people are watching you. So if you are doing something negative, you know, your students
I
or your
understand, yeah.
audience, they're gonna be thinking that it's okay to do that kind of
That
mistake.
kind of things, yes.
So I think I don't want that kind of things to be happen. So having as a sex is a very, very huge responsibility, and then a very, very great commitment, and then a good contribution to do. So yeah.
Okay. So, what I'm interested about you is you're running a business in education sector because your passion in education. And also you are teaching as a teacher. Not every teacher becomes in the education business, and not every school owner is not a teacher. So how do you do that?
It is very difficult for me to balance the stance between the founder of the university, in another terms, business women entrepreneurs, and a teacher. Because, to be honest, it's the same philosophy though, but different one. So I become a teacher when I was like 18 years old. At the time, I started Unilife Education Center. We didn't afford to hire a lecturer, so I become the lecturer. Since that time, I've been very addicted with the sparkling eyes of my students. So I cannot resist teaching. So I end up like a good teacher, I think. Yeah, I love my students very much, and then I want to create all the positive things for them too. And being a teacher, I think it is a very, very good communication channel to pass all the knowledge that I have had for the 18 years to my students. So I created my Imperial University with nothing but like 2,000 US dollar. And along the way, I have invented and I created a lot of success recipe and techniques and practices and judgment. I do really pass my knowledge and experience to my next generation. So being a teacher, I can be able to transform their thought. So I think being a great teacher and a great business women's entrepreneur is a very beautiful combination for me to transform my knowledge and encourage my next generation to create their dreams come true.
That's true, and it suits with your, the lifestyle and everything, because I can feel your energy. I can feel your energy.
Because living a brand alive is very, very tough, and it's a very, very difficult decisions. For example, now the digital marketing side everywhere. So I studied digital marketing with Oxford University too, and after that, I share all the knowledge that I've gained, and then from the academic perspective, and then from the practitioner perspective, along 18 years of my journey, I've been doing a lot of traditional marketing, and I've been doing a lot of digital marketing, a lot of relationship marketing. So there's a lot of knowledge to share to my students and the people that I love. So being a great teacher is a great blessing for me. Yes, I love being a teacher. Yes.
That's great. Yes. So, the people only see the results. Most of the people only see the results. Oh, your life is cool. You become in this position. You're the founder, owner. You run a good business in education. You contribute. You share your knowledge. That's cool. I want to be something like that. So they feel like the results. They see the results. But what they don't see is they underestimate the amount of actions that require to become that kind of person. Your journey is like 18 years. It's a huge commitment. So for those kind of people, what would you like to advise? The results versus the sacrifice.
The very first thing I would like to advise is you need to really understand about the meaning of life. So life is a full of ups and downs. Another thing is my life is not cool as you think it is. It's a very, very difficult journey, and then I've cried a lot, and then I have a lot of challenges surrounding, and then a lot of difficult decisions have to be made, and a lot of hard work needed to be embedded into the result of stuff like that. So behind the average success, there is a tens of huge amounts of hard work, and then sacrifices, and then forgiveness, and then patience, and then resilience. Because difficulties and obstacles and the resilience are the stair to the success. So without them, you cannot be able to achieve the success. So that you have to remember that whenever you are doing or whatever you are doing, you will be facing a lot of good things and bad things. But you have to be ready to face both. If you dare to be successful, you also have to dare to face the challenges and obstacles too. So life is as simple as it is. If you work very hard, and if you put all the hard work, and then if you committed yourself into achieving your dream, and every day, every night, every hours, every minute, every second, you've been thinking about how can I make my dreams come true? How can I do better? What can I do? Or stuff like that. You'll be able to achieve the dreams. Without that, don't dream. So there's no way that you can make your dreams come into the reality, because success is very difficult, and that it is expensive in the time of hard work, commitment, and resilience.
What a really good pack of message.
Oh, thank you.
That's really good. So this is the last part actually. So a lot of people are watching. I hope a lot of people are watching this show and they inspire you. So can you advise one thing that the people, the audience who would like to be exactly as like you? I love teaching. I love in the education business. I love, my passion is in education. Those kind of people. What would you like to advise?
My advice for people I love: just sit down and think and listen to your inner side of your heart. What do you want to be? And then stop focusing on what the others are saying. People, they don't know you. They're going to be judging you no matter how good you are, because they don't know you at all. So stop focusing on what the others are saying. Instead of that, just focus on your dreams and your future, and then use a lot of hard work, commitment, and resilience. And then another thing that I want you to believe is that we are capable of more than we think we are. And the same philosophy goes to you too. You are capable of more than you think you are. So you need to believe in yourself first. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will come and believe you. So believe in yourself, and you also have to remember and realize and understand that the difficulties and barriers and obstacles are the one that we need to face if we would like to have a very great success. So don't be afraid of failures or obstacles or difficulties. Just be ready for it, and then work very hard, and then you can prove. What I would like to suggest for my next generation is, with the right amount of hard work, commitment, and resilience and patience, you can prove the society that you are capable of more than they think you are. So have a dream, believe in it, and then make it come true.
Very good message. Thank you very much, Ma Poht.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Yes.